Hello.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, আপনাকে ইনকুইজিটিভ অনলাইন ইভেন্টে আপনাকে ওয়েলকাম। আচ্ছা, তো
থ্যাংক ইউ
স্যার, আমি আপনাকে সবার সামনে আগে ইন্ট্রোডিউস করিয়ে দিই। তো সমস্ত পার্টিসিপেন্টদের উদ্দেশ্যে এটাই জানাতে চাই যে আমাদের প্রিন্সিপাল এবার তোমাদের সামনে কিছু এই ইভেন্টের ব্যাপারে বলবেন, তারপরে আমরা ইভেন্টটা শুরু করব। স্যার, এবার আপনি একটু কিছু বলুন এটার ব্যাপারে।
My dear students, it is a great honor and privilege for me to welcome all of you in this special unique online quiz competition event. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. I hope you are all doing well in this tough time, and this kind of initiative help us to stick together and overcome all the odds and negative around us. We are going through a very tough time and hope this will to pass soon. Let us start the event. I sincerely wish all of you for the success of this event. And also I want to say few words for the organizer. Some students যেটা দেখো, যাদের নাম আমি এখানে সবাইকে মেনশন করতে চাইছি না, তাদের একটা ঐকান্তিক চেষ্টাতে কিন্তু আজকে এই ইভেন্টটা করা যাচ্ছে। সম্ভবত এই ধরনের ইভেন্ট আমরা ফার্স্ট টাইম করছি। আমি এই ইভেন্টের সাকসেস কামনা করছি। থ্যাংক ইউ অল। লেটস স্টার্ট দ্য ইভেন্ট।
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার। আমাদের মধ্যে আরেকজন প্রফেসর আছেন, মিস্টার অভিজিৎ মিত্র। গুড ইভিনিং স্যার। আপনাকে এই ইভেন্টের ব্যাপারে এই স্টুডেন্টের কাছে কিছু বলার জন্য অনুরোধ করছি স্যার।
Yeah, this is a very great initiative, and I wish success of this event. Best of luck and start the event. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Over to quiz master Omkita.
Hello. So, good evening, everyone. I am Ankit Ghosh. I will tell I'm still a student of CIM, but I did just get my final year result last week. So, I will be the quiz master for today. I am audible to everyone? Just one member from each team, if they can confirm that I am audible to everyone.
Yes, you're audible.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you. Okay, now to complete the quiz very swiftly and I will request you to mute your microphones just when it's necessary that you have any queries or you have any questions regarding the setup or everything. You can unmute yourself and just ask me one by one. And regarding the format, I know it was a very complex one in texts and everything. Just let me explain you the format. We had 32 teams in the registration. We have divided 8 teams into 4 slots. You are slot 1. So you have 8 teams here. Among these 8 teams, 2 teams will directly go to the final after the results are declared. And the third team will have to wait and watch for the rest of the third teams, so that if they are among one of the best third, they will go directly to the final. Okay? So we have a 10-team final, 2 from the top 2 from each slot and the best third. Now regarding the format, we have 15 questions, each carrying 10 points. And someone asked me about the tiebreaker. We have inbuilt tiebreakers, that is question number 3, 7, 11 and 13. So the first thing I need you to do is, you need to send me the answer through WhatsApp. The number is provided in red. That's my WhatsApp number. You need to provide the answer there after all the 15 questions are done. So you take a piece of paper or a diary you start numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and mark these 4 questions. That is 3, 7, 11 and 13, because it will be easier for me to check also that which are the star mark question. Now regarding the star mark question, if you attempt it and get it wrong, you get a -5. And if you attempt it and get it correct, you get a +15 instead of 10. So there is no negative marking in general, but if you are going to attempt the star mark questions, you will get a +15 on being correct and a -5 on being wrong. The third rule is the most important one. I have been conducting quizzes, I have been into quizzes, and we see a very unhealthy practice, that is, I know there are people who might be good than others, but they start shouting block, 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 block once they get excited or they get to see what the question is. So I won't tolerate any block. Wherever I think that there is a need for hint, I will provide it. You might not take it, but it may help one or the other. Okay? So I hope everyone has understood the rules. Any queries? Hello?
ওকে অঙ্কিতা, আমি তোমাকে একটু থামাচ্ছি, একটা জাস্ট করার আছে, আমি বলে দিই একটু, তারপরে তুমি স্টার্ট করো। ওকে, ফর টু অল দ্য পার্টিসিপেন্টস, we are again requesting you to turn on your camera, please, to all the participants. Ankita, over to you.
Okay, so I think the rules are well and understood. So I'll move on to the next slide. For what they are asking you to switch on your cameras, that is, it has been a very unhealthy practice of Googling everything. There will be keywords which will lead you to an answer. But I think in a quiz, you should not do this. So Googling is totally banned, and don't take it seriously, but if you still search Google for an answer and get caught, you will be called an anti-national. That's what every people do nowadays. So, okay, then if there are any queries, you can ask me, or we will straight away go to the first question. Is there any query? So I will take it a no. Hello? Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. So the first question, easy one. Recently, Amitabh Bachchan has been diagnosed with COVID-19, so a kind of soft tribute. Vijay Barse is a social worker from Nagpur, India. What did he do? In 2001, he founded the Slum Soccer Organization after spotting a couple of underprivileged children playing with a makeshift football. Inspiring him to start a soccer club, he established the Krida Vikas Sangstha Nagpur with wife Ranjana Barse and son Abhijit Barse. What upcoming, the pic might of course help you, shot him to instant fame and people started knowing about him. Ignore that 5 in the bracket, it's a 10-mark question. I just want what upcoming is based on this person, that is on left of Amitabh Bachchan, Vijay Barse. So I need what upcoming is planned for him. Straight away, direct question, first question, you write it down and send me the answer sheets only when I ask, that is after 15 question. Right now, you can write it down in a piece of paper, and yeah, of course, I hope you are having a WhatsApp group or you are in a call with your teammate. So discuss it there. Don't whisper out the answer or don't write anything here in the chat, because it might help someone. And after all, it's an elimination round, so you should not give hints to anyone. So what upcoming is planned on this person named Vijay Barse? I think enough for the time being. So we will go to the next question. Stop me when I will be in a too much hurry. You can always ask for you can always ask me to slow it down. Okay, next question. Sachin Tendulkar holds a majority of the batting records in world cricket, but the one thing missing from his 24-year-long career was a century at the mecca of cricket, the Lords. But it's a matter of fact that he did manage to score a ton at the ground once, albeit in a charity event organized by the MCC. So it was a match just like MCC 11 versus the rest of the world or so. So the toss was conducted using a 1848 florin coin in memory of W.G. Grace. Everyone knows who W.G. Grace is, whose 150th birth anniversary coincided with the match. But that has nothing to do with the match. The match was completely organized in a memory of someone. So I just want what the match was called or on whose memory the match was organized. Am I clear to you? So Sachin Tendulkar, like everyone knows, he doesn't have any official test century in the Lords. So in his 24-year-long career. So but the matter of fact is he has a century in Lords when in a 1990, okay, I will give you the timeline of the match. It's in 1999 the match was played. He played at the Lords against MCC 11. He was in the rest of the world team. So he scored a century. The match was a special one for a certain cause. It was in a memory of someone. So what was the special cause for the match? Just think about 1999, whose memory it could be, and where the match was played. Lords, where the match was played is a big hint. So just focus on that. And 1999. So I'll move on to the next question. I hope there's no... Okay, Nighthawks. I have a visual next slide. Is a 1942 oil on canvas painting by Edward Hopper that portrays people in downtown dinner at late night. Now this painter, Gottfried Helven's painting X, that was painted in 1984, replaces the three patrons with the American pop culture icons Humphrey Bogart, Marilyn Monroe and James Dean, and the attendant with Elvis Presley. In a VH1 storyteller session, the lead singer of a particular band explained he actually saw the title on another Helven painting of James Dean from 1948. There is an old James Dean photo where he was walking in New York and underneath it says X. It's a great photo of him, so that's where I sort of nicked the title from, he said. IDX, that is the title of an award-winning song. So I need a title of an award-winning song from a band whose lead singer said that the song is pretty famous. I think everyone participating here must have heard it or some way or the other have heard the name. So the song, when the lead singer was asked about the song, how did you come about the title of the song? He said there is a painting which I saw of James Dean and beneath it was written in exact words the title of the song. So I took it from there. I wrote the song and gave the title the same name the painting had. Now I will show you the painting. This is the painting called a Nighthawks. Now you see here three people sitting and there's an attendant. In the 1984 painting, which is same as the title of the song, these three people were replaced by Humphrey Bogart, Marilyn Monroe and James Dean. And the attendant in white was replaced by Elvis Presley. So you can understand it was a satirical painting. But this is the original painting. I want the satired one's name, which is also the name of a famous band song. Famous English band song. Everyone have heard the song some way or the other. And to provide an additional hint, I would say the lead singer or the band always stays in social media around October and November due to a particular meme. So that's a big hint, and from that you can get the band's name, and then you can go for the award-winning song.
আচ্ছা অঙ্কিতা,
হ্যাঁ
একটু স্টপ করছি তোমাকে।
হ্যাঁ
আচ্ছা, I am again requesting all the participants to please turn on your camera. I am requesting all the participants to please turn on your camera. Ankita, over to you.
Okay. So, anyone with any kind of doubt can ask me. I'm keeping the question slide for a bit longer because it's a big question, so you need to read. Just, I gave you a big hint. I think you don't even need to read all this and just listen to that hint that the lead singer of the band stays in social media due to a meme that usually circulates during October and November. So that's a big hint. You can get the band from there, and if you get the band, I think most of the people have heard 2 or 3 songs of the band. So just one from that 3 songs. Okay, I am going to question number 4. This is a pure sitter. Facebook page Vijeta Malik BJP uploaded the woman's picture along with a long write-up claiming that the photo is of ex's wife Y. Till the filing of this story, the post had been shared almost 800 times. I don't know how many of even us have shared that this is ex's wife. So the photo was later found to be of Maximin Potas, who was born in France, a sympathizer of Hitler and the Nazis. She changed her name to understand Hinduism, came to India in 1935. While staying in Kolkata, she married a publisher named Krishna Mukherjee. Identify whose that is X and whose wife that is Y. The post claimed her to be. I mean, the wife's name is Y, the person's name is X. I just want the person and his wife's original names. The original person and the wife's name. This is not his wife. There was a post by some Vijeta Malik BJP which kind of circulated everywhere and has been shared almost 800 times. Maybe some of us here in this meeting have also shared that this is his wife. But actually the photo is of Maximin Potas, who was born in France, a sympathizer of the Hitler and Nazis. Just she converted to Hinduism in 1935. That's why you see a picture of her in sari, and that's where it all started, that she is X's wife. Now you can understand X must be someone. You can see a publisher named Krishna Mukherjee, so you can understand which place can X belong to, and from that place who is married to a girl who is from outside. So you can just get it from there who is X and Y, and I just need those 2 persons' name. I would consider, I don't need you to specify who is X, who is Y, it's quite evident. So you just give me 2 persons' name. Hello? So, okay, I think it's done. So I will go to question number 5. Now this is a kind of hardcore quizzing kind of question, but it's very easy if you know the context. So, though Pablo Picasso is best known for his cubist creations, his sketches based on this novel by Miguel de Cervantes is beloved for its striking effect and energetic nature. The sketch appeared in August 1824 issue of a French weekly journal 1955, celebrating the 350th anniversary of the first part of the Spanish book. You can understand 350th anniversary in 1955. So how old the book can be? Though Picasso's graphic is typically depicted in black and white, Gregorian art critics believe they found the original version in Bill C in 2010. Simply identify the name of the painting. The name of the painting is exactly same that of the novel. This is a man on his horse and his associate on a donkey or ass. So you can understand what novel it could be. Miguel de Cervantes, such an old novel, 350th anniversary celebrated in 1955. Only one thing comes into mind, that is the name of the novel, that is the name of the painting. I just want the name of the painting. This is direct question. I don't think you need anything in the hint. Everything is marked in red is a hint. So I'll go to question number 6. Okay. So X met Y in 1964 when the two were teenage pop hopefuls. They met through their manager after he offered the boys some cash in exchange for painting his London office. Just the original struggle days for any artist. In 1969, Y invited X to open for Dash the band's 1969 tour. The band, that means X has a very Y is a member of the band. The band is quite famous. The band's 1969 tour. If nobody blocks it, I would give you a hint. I will give you the name of the band. X performed his one-man mime routine. He was an experienced mime, having trained under Marcel Martian and Lindsay Kemp, but got negative reception throughout the tour. But in 1969 itself, X got his biggest hit, but not as a mime artist, and it coincided with the Apollo 11 mission. 1969 Apollo 11 mission. X and Y, as their careers progressed, their friendships strained, but the two rebuilt their friendship, but late as Y died in a car crash in 1977. So X and Y, they were childhood friends from their struggling days. So they met when the manager, he offered the boys, both of them, some cash, and he asked them to paint his London office. So there they met, and Y then opened a band. He was quite popular with the band, so he asked X to perform a mime routine. That time X was into mime, but later on he became a huge pop artist. So that time he performed the one-man mime routine. He was a trained artist, of course. Under Marcel Martian, we know how big a mime artist he is, and Lindsay came, but he got negative reception throughout the tour. But in 1969 itself, he gave his biggest hit. Okay, but not as a mime artist, as a pop artist, and it coincided with the Apollo 11 mission. And X and Y, as their career progressed, their friendship strained, but Y died in 1977 in a car crash. I want who is X and who is Y. Okay, I will give, if no one's blocking, I can give the name of the band. Is there a block from someone? You can unmute yourself and ask for a hint or anything. Hello? Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, you are audible.
Hello? Okay. So,
Yes.
I guess no one... okay, so I'm giving you the band's name. That is T-Rex. T.Rex is the band's name. So, their lead singer, they invited X for a performance, a mime art performance. T-Rex the band. Both of them were big pop individuals in 1969. Of course, it was the time of the Beatles, but they were also quite famous. So I'm going on to the next question, which is a tiebreaker question. You should mark this. This is a tiebreaker question. Question number 7. If you attempt it, and get it correct, you get a plus 15. If you attempt it, you get it wrong, you get a minus 5. If you don't attempt it at all, you don't get any negative or positive. So it's a long question, but it's a very easy one if you get the idea. So early in 1893, the Reverend W.J. Dawson, who was the chief editor of the Christian magazine The Young Man and a great fan of X's historical novels, asked the famous author to write for the magazine on the subject of the best book of the previous year. That time, X was a historical novel writer. The magazine was offering its readers an inexpensive 9-day stay in central Switzerland that summer and holding a meeting out there in the picturesque lakeside town of Lucerne. This was a popular tourist destination already. X and his wife, Louis, took a room at the Hotel d'Europe, and on 9th August, he gave a talk in the hotel about a favorite subject, George Meredith, whom he met several times in 1892 and about whom he had lectured elsewhere, for example, the Upper Norwood Literary and Scientific Society. So you can clearly understand X is a writer, and at first he used to write historical novels. Now comes the interesting part. Amongst those present at the talk was Henry Loon, who had been a medical missionary and would soon better known for his travel company. X They took a walk in the hills with Dawson, Loon, and others talking of various issues. He was also, he here is the writer. He at that time was thinking about how to dispose of Y, who had become a burden to him. To his mother, he had written, "He takes my mind from better things." Dawson later admitted, or perhaps claimed is a better word, that he had helped X selecting a suitable spot for it, the then powerful Dash, on the outskirts of the pleasant little town of Meredith. So let me brief you about the question. So in 1893, this Reverend W.J. Dawson, he invited one of the greatest historical novelists of that time. At that moment, he was a historical novelist. Afterward, what he wrote, I think everyone knows. So X is historical novel, and he was asked to come there, write a short editorial for their magazine. Now, when he came, they were arranged a holiday to a popular holiday spot in Switzerland. So X took his wife with him, and there they met another person, Henry Loon, who later went on to become one of the biggest travel agents. He owned a travel company. So that when they started walking on an evening, they were talking about various topics. Suddenly X came with a topic that I need to dispose of Y. So everyone was shocked. Why would you dispose of Y? He has been an integral part of you. So he said no. He had written this to his mother as well, that Y takes his mind for better things. So Dawson himself, who was the editor, he took X to a place where later we found out that X truly dumped Y at that place, and that place is quite famous due to a pop culture thing. Every one of us know, every one of us have been a fan of Y and X. Everyone have read Y at some point, and if you get X and Y, the only thing that's left is the filling the blank, that is the place. So I want the novelist and who is Y, who he wanted to dispose of, and the place. Anyone who need any kind of clearance, I can make them understand. So you can ask me, anyone. You just unmute yourself, you ask what you want to ask, and then...
Previous slide, sir. Previous slide.
Okay, I'm giving you the previous slide. There is nothing much. Just listen to me what I am saying. Every one of us has read X's novel. Y is something. I won't say if it's a person or an entity or anything. So he wanted to dispose of Y from somewhere. So Dawson took him to that place. That place is quite famous as a tourist spot as well as in pop culture. Everywhere we know. So I want the novelist. I want Y, who the novelist wanted to dispose of, and I want the place. This is a tiebreaker question. Of course, you get a plus 15 instead of 10 if you attempt it, and if you don't attempt it, you get 0, and if you attempt it and get it wrong, you get a minus 5.
I'm just asking that if there is part marking in this type of tiebreaker questions.
Okay, part marking I would consider at least 2 of the 3. If you get 1, if you give me 1, I would give you a minus 5. I want at least 2 of 3. You give me X and Y, or give me X and the dash, or Y and the dash, just that. I won't take 1. I request everyone to mute themselves.
অঙ্কিতা আমি আরেকটু ঢুকছি আমি বলছি আমি সমস্ত পার্টিসিপেন্টদেরকে বলছি ক্যামেরাটা অন করার জন্য। কেউ কিন্তু ক্যামেরাটা অন করছে না। তো ফার্দার এরপরে ক্যামেরা অন না হলে আমরা স্টেজ দিতে বাধ্য হবো। আচ্ছা অঙ্কিতা স্টার্ট করো।
Okay, so okay, I'm moving on. I think enough time is given. I will repeat it, but not taking this much time. Okay, so question number 8, I am talking about a painting, a very closer home version. It is kept in Calcutta itself. So there were 2 or more previous instances in the past. Previous instances means there were paintings with the same name. Actually, the name is quite popular. So the most well-known and popular one was created around mid-1500s. Is presently kept in Milan, Italy. The second version was created around late 16th century and is presently kept in Venice. Okay. The most interesting version was created around late 18th century with an Indian touch and is kept at the St. John Church or Pathure Girja. This version is a pretty satirical one as it landed upon various conspiracies. The most intriguing one is that due to a past conflict between the painter and that time great auctioneer William Toulouse, face was used in the place of anti-hero. The anti-hero is a very big hint. You can understand a painting which consists of an anti-hero, a very popular painting, Milan, Italy and Venice, Italy. You can understand whose places are this. Identify the work and the painter of the closer home version. Anyone who has visited St. John's Church can see the painting. I think it's just to the right of the entrance. So I want the painting's name, which is a very common name, not a very common name, but a very popular name. The name of all the 3 paintings are same. So I want the name of the painting and the painter of this version, the closer home version, which is kept in St. John's Church. Anyone, any kind of clarification? Can unmute themselves, ask for it. The painting is the painter is quite famous. He has done various works staying in Kolkata. He had been in Kolkata for a long period of his lifetime. So I want the name of the painting, which is a pretty popular painting and had many versions. A popular chapter, I would say, rather. And an anti-hero in a painting, you can easily work out the painting, but the painter is a thing you need to know. So I want the painting and the painter. I think it's enough time given here. So next question, short question. In X's best-selling book series, the book series consists of 2 books. In the first part, we have described the evolution of mankind from Stone Age to 21st century. You can understand what kind of book it is. And in second part, he described the future of mankind, attempting to gain immortality and godlike powers, combination of human and android. Cover design also came with a unique idea. In the first book, they showed a fingerprint, and in the next part included a microchip creating a fingerprint. ID the author and ID both the books. I will show you the fingerprints. This is the picture on your left side is a part of the first book, the first book's cover, and the picture on the right side is a part of the second book's cover. If you are into buying books online, you open Flipkart or Amazon, the first few book suggestions that comes, it consists of these books. Pretty famous, it gained pretty fame. The writer became famous and the books were good too. It were pretty good. You can understand the name has a very good connection with the first paragraph, that is evolution of mankind, and second part he described the future of mankind. So the name of the books have a very good connection with them, and you can understand what sort of book these are because with a fingerprint and Stone Age to 21st century. So I want the author and the book, both books. So you get 433. You get the author and one book correct, you get 7. You get both the books correct, you get 6. You get all correct, you get 10. I will show you the picture once more. This is the picture. This is on your right side. You have the picture, or this fingerprint is given in the cover of the second part, and on the left side, this is on the cover of the first part. 2 books, pretty famous now. Okay, so next question. Interview with the Assassin is a 2002 drama pseudo-documentary directed by X. X is, that time he used to direct independent movies. We all know what independent movies are. So at that time he used to direct independent movies. Now he has very recently, but in near recent past, he has directed a good trilogy. I won't name the trilogy. It revolves around a plot that a Marine named Walter Ollinger Barry wants Ron Kobelski to document a startling confession that he and not Y killed Z in Dallas, Texas on November 22, 1963. That's the biggest hint you can get. Who was killed on November 22, 1963 in Dallas, Texas? The person who got killed is Z. The person who we know killed is Y. And I want the director. And another big hint is the second paragraph, that is, there is a conspiracy theory that says there was a second gunman on the grassy knoll. We have heard this kind of controversies regarding the assassination of just one person. 1963, you can understand who it can be. Just look at the poster. The poster can be a hint too. There's a flag there. I just want the partition of the number is given 2.5, 2.5 and 5. You give me who was killed, 2.5, you get 2.5. And I want the director. The director in the recent past, he directed a trilogy which became quite famous. So I want X, Y, Z. so enough time. Now I'm moving on. Okay, this is a pretty interesting question. All this thing written here is just bullshit. You just need to look at the picture and you will get what I want. So this painting, picture next slide, is called David Garrick Between Tragedy and Comedy by Joshua Reynolds. The painting possibly inspired Henry Fuseli's painting The Infant Shakespeare Between Tragedy and Comedy. On 16th April 2018, a stock photograph by Spanish photographer Antonio Guillem taken on 2015 got trending on Twitter and now can be seen with many variations on every social media platform. Identify the image being talked here. This is the painting. Just look at the painting. The first thing that comes to your mind is the answer. If you don't know the exact name, just give me the keywords. I will be the one who will be checking the paper. So I just find 2-3 keywords, I will give you points. Different social media platform, we have seen various variations. The characters were changed, faces were changed, context was changed, and it's quite trending till date. It started in 2018 and it's quite trending till date. I just want what picture is being talked.
Previous slide.
Okay.
This thing might not have a very confined name. Can we just give a blanket name?
I just said that if you don't know the exact name, give me 3-4 keywords.
Okay.
I will be the one who is be checking the paper. So.
Okay, thanks.
This is a tiebreaker question for everyone. I guess everyone can score a 15 here. So I'm moving on. Question number 12. This is something from mythology. X is a village in Anantapura district. Very easy, you just read it. Anantapura district in Andhra Pradesh, situated 15 km east of Hindipur and 120 km approx north of Bangalore. According to legends, it got the name from the phrase that one of the incarnations of Lord Vishnu said to a certain wounded bird, why? That's one of the biggest hint. One of the incarnations of Lord Vishnu said to a certain wounded bird, why? Now X has become archaeologically important place and a tourist destination as well. I want the name of the place and the name of the wounded bird. Just that simple. One of the incarnations of Lord Vishnu said to a certain wounded bird, why? X is the phrase, 2-word phrase if you break it, and it's just 1-word phrase if you write it that way. And an incarnation of Lord Vishnu talking to a wounded bird can be just one thing. That's why. I think it's done. So I'll move on to the next question. This is a start one again. This is about a conspiracy theory. Think different. Okay? The theory was first put into print by none other than Bram Stoker. We know who Bram Stoker is, the creator of Dracula. But there's no doubt that some of X's contemporaries held similar ideas. Known for writing the gothic horror novel Dracula, Stoker first uncovered this theory when he visited the village of Bisley in the Cotswolds. He discovered a peculiar village tradition during May Day celebrations. Curious to know more about this strange tradition, he did some digging, uncovered a legend, and immortalized it in his 1910 book, Famous Imposters. If you know what imposters are, so you can understand what the conspiracy theory can be. The story goes that at some point in X's childhood, X was sent away to Bisley to escape the threat of plague in the city. And there is what all began. Stroker wasn't messing around with his theory. He was thoroughly convinced that it was 100% true, and it had reasons to it how he might have come to this conclusion. I just want the conspiracy theory, or if you can tell me who the conspiracy theory is based on, I will give you points. This story is everything around not about the story regarding Bram Stoker, but the conspiracy theory dates back to 1500s and 1600s. Bram Stoker discovered it in some May Day celebration of his time. But he discovered a peculiar village tradition during May Day celebrations. So I want the conspiracy theory. Okay, so I'll be moving on to question number 14. So this is something about sports and movies. Just read it, you will get the answer if you follow football a little bit also. So The Damn United is a 2009 sports drama film directed by Tom Hopper, based on a best-selling novel of the same name. It is the author's interpretation of X's. X is the manager of Leeds United in 1974. Sitting in the 13th position, the same manager took charge of another club in 1975. And within 5 years, that club they did not just have a league title, but they won back-to-back European Cups, which is now called the UEFA Champions League. So they got back-to-back European Cups in 1978 or 9, I guess. This is not the first time he did this to a team, but in 1972, the same manager, he took charge of another team, which first promoted from the second division of the league and then went on to become the champion of the first division went on to become even the champion of the first division. That is, I am talking about the English Football League. So I want two clubs, that is the club which won back-to-back European Cups and another club which won the English League in 1972 or 73, and the manager who made it possible for these two clubs. There is a saying that England, the name of the manager, if this person would have been England's manager, we wouldn't have known Sir Alex Ferguson. So this is the best manager England could never have. So I want a manager, the club which won back-to-back European Cup, that is now called the UEFA Champions League, and the club which won the league champion after being promoted just 2 years back. The Damn United is what the film is called because he was a part of the Leeds United team. Okay, so I'm moving on to the last question. Then I will do a quick recap from 15 to 1. And then I will give you around 4 to 5 minutes. You need to send me your answer sheets. Okay, please mention your team's name and the name of the members, and please only one member from each team send me the answer, not 2-3 members. if I get 2 or 3 papers from a single team, I won't consider it. Just one of you send me the final paper. Okay, so I'm going on to question number 15. Easy, it has an Indian connection, pretty good Indian connection. In 1967, George Singh, the then public relations officer of X, happened to meet Y in New York City. X by then was a vast collector of art. Singh asked him to create something for them. The painter obliged. When it came to fees, the painter asked for something. When they asked, why do you want this? He said, I wish to keep it in my olive grove and watch the patterns of shadows the moonlight makes through the twigs on his back, which he is reported to have said that. Its arrival was celebrated with much pomp. Apparently, the mayor declared a three-day holiday, and there was a special parade organized at the plaza. Who gifted what? Who gifted this? These ashtrays were given to the entity, that is X. Who gifted those around 500 ashtrays to whom? The painter. Sorry, who is the painter and whom is the entity, and what did the painter ask in return? So the public relations officer of an entity met a painter in in New York, and he asked if he could make something for them. So he acknowledged and made around this 500 ashtrays. And on return, when the officer asked what does he want in return, he wanted something. So when shocked by the thing he asked for, they asked him, why do you need this? So just look at that red thing written in red, and you can understand what he could have asked for, a peculiar return gift. I could keep it in my olive grove and watch the pattern of shadows of the moonlight made through the twigs on his back. So I want who, that is Y, gifted around 500 ashtrays to whom, that is X. Sorry, it's written Y here, so that will, the second one will be X. And what did he ask in return? So I guess it's clear now. So I will just do a quick recap so that you can tally the numbering, that you have written the correct answer in the correct numbers or not. I won't hold any longer for any question. So this is question number 15. This is question number 14, the Dam United. This is question number 13, the conspiracy theory. This is a tiebreaker one. Please mark the stars beside the question number. This is 12, the wounded bird, and the phrase, what an incarnation of Lord Vishnu said. The thing, I think everyone got it. This is question number 11. It's a tiebreaker question. Mark it. Question number 10, interview with the assassin. This is the book with 2 fingerprints in 2 book covers. The painting, which is very popular. The original versions are very popular. We might not know that a similar painting exists so close to us.
আচ্ছা অঙ্কিতা,
হ্যাঁ
একটু তোমাকে থামাচ্ছি, জাস্ট একটা অ্যানাউন্সমেন্ট আছে এখানে। আচ্ছা বলছি যে যখন কুইজ শেষ হয়ে যাবে তুমি প্রেজেন্টেশন অফ করে দেবে, আর হচ্ছে সবাইকে বলবে ক্যামেরা অফ করে বসতে, ওদের একটা স্ন্যাপ নেওয়া হবে, ঠিক আছে? এটা তুমি কুইজের শেষে আরেকবার ওদেরকে একটু বলে দিও।
ক্যামেরা অফ করে না অন করে?
অন করে ক্যামেরা অন করে বসতে বলবে, সবার একটা ছবি তোলা হবে, ঠিক আছে?
হুম।
ওকে, তুমি একটু লাস্টে বলে দিও। হ্যাঁ ওকে।
হ্যাঁ 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 আমি কি মানে তখন স্ক্রিন শেয়ার অফ করে দেবো তাই তো?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ করে দিও, দিয়ে তুমি একবার ওদেরকে বলে দিও, দিয়ে আমরা করো।
সো
শুরু করে দাও।
okay. Okay, so this is question number 7. Another tiebreaker question. The historical novelist, who was he trying to dispose of from somewhere? I want those three things. Okay, now two pop hopefuls who went on to become, both of them went on to become one of the greatest pop stars even during the time of Beatles. This is the novel, the same the name of the novel and the painting is same. Question 4, whose wife she is considered to be? I don't want her name that's given in the question. I want the name of the original person and his wife. This is the painting. I want the song, the award-winning song from a band whose lead singer or the band stays in the meme culture during October and November. Sachin scored just 1 century in the at Lord's, and whose memorial the match was held, and who will and in what upcoming is this man a part of? Vijay Barse. So this was the 15 questions. If anyone has any doubt, just ask me. It's 7-7 now. I will last accept the answer till 7-12. After 7-12, I won't be accepting any answers in WhatsApp. Till now, no one has sent me an answer. Okay, so I got one answer.
Can you show me the number 15 question?
Sir,
Can
could
you,
you please repeat the Bram Stoker question once, the conspiracy theory question?
Conspiracy theory. Okay, I am doing it one by one. I am requesting everyone to mention their team names at least. No, even if not the member's name, just mention the team names. Okay, now tell me which question first. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
I heard. Yeah. Just tell me which questions.
Sir, it's
I
okay.
just
We
heard
got-
the
we
conspiracy
got-
theory one.
We submitted our answers. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. So this is the conspiracy theory one. Someone asked for it. Question number 13. I just got 2 answer sheets. I suppose. Just mention the name of the team. Okay, it's mentioned in the sheet. It's 7-9 now. I got 3 answers. I think. If it's just 3 answers till now, if this remains, then I think they will directly qualify.
অঙ্কিত দা তুমি একবার চ্যাটটা খুলে দেখো।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, আমি ওদেরকে দেখিয়ে দিয়েছিলাম যে মানে ওই
চ্যাটটা একবার খুলে দেখো, কারোর কিছু কোয়ারিজ আছে।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, ফ্রেঞ্চ লেডি। ওকে, আই এম শোয়িং। This is the question regarding the French lady. Okay, I got 5 answer sheets.
Hello, I have missed a couple of questions. Like I have written all the answers, but I have jumbled the X, Y, and Z. Would it count?
Okay, I will just have a look at it. I think it won't matter. So,
Okay.
I will have a look at it. Okay, I got 7 answer sheets. Just one team remains. Then I will show you the answers. And I hope only one of you have sent it. I got a BRCP answer, I guess. Okay, BCRCP, you have sent it twice. Please consult among yourself if you have, both of you are sending me an answer. So I got answer from the SSM, the TN econs. This is the Spark. This is Quiz E and KSD. Okay, I got another answer. It's 7-12 now. I will just. Okay, I got the answer from 13th Legion. Okay, TN econs, I think your previous answer was clear too. So, no need to send it twice. I guess I got 7 answers. Is there 7 teams?
Hello, have you received 13th Legion's answer sheet?
Yeah, I received 13 Legion. I am just calling out, just tell me whose name I don't take, okay? So, this is RX Queasy. I have got their answer sheet. TN Econs, I got their answer sheet. This is BCRCP, I got your answer sheet. This is the 13th Legion, I got your answer sheet. The SSM, Spark, and this is Technical KSD. Whose name I didn't take, please?
Hello?
Yeah? Hello?
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 হ্যালো
হ্যাঁ
অঙ্কিতা কুইজ স্কিলস বলে একটা টিম অ্যানসার সাবমিট করেনি সম্ভবত।
Hello, can you please give the phone number again? Hello?
Okay, just write it. I won't consider this again, okay? Please try to follow the instructions. The phone number is 960 96099 08151. Please send it within 1 minute or I'll be forced to not accept your answers because 7 teams have been on time.
Yes. 99.
Someone from SSM have sent the answers again. I think SSM, I got an answer from you previously also. SSM, if you are hearing this, the first answer you had sent me, I will be considering that. Okay. Okay, I will not accept the answer then. So we have 7 teams. I will show you the answer one by one. So you can have a score tally and later. Okay, so the first question, you can switch on your mic and just go for the answer. So this is none other than June. I saw many teams wrote the answer. So this is whose memorial the match was held. Please have a tally so that you can later, if there is any problem, you can go through it. So this is Princess Diana Memorial match. The Nighthawks, I clearly mentioned the lead singer of the band stays in the meme culture in October or November. So this is none other than Boulevard of Broken Dreams from Green Day. So wake me up when September ends, that sort of memes. So this is considered to be Netaji Subhas's wife, but this is not his wife. His real wife's name is Emily Schenkel. So this is the novel Don Quixote. X met Y. I said they later became big pop stars. So X is David Bowie. We didn't know David Bowie actually been in mime culture, and he opened for T-Rex. So that is Mark Bolan. And this is nothing but Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, Sherlock Holmes and the Reichenbach Falls. He wanted to dispose of Sherlock Holmes. Ultimately, in the novel, both of them get disposed of. This is nothing but The Last Supper by Johann Sofani, kept in the St. John's Church. This book, this is Yuval Noah Harari's Sapiens and Homo Deus. I said the names even have a connection with the humankind. Interview with the Assassin, 1963. It's none other than John F. Kennedy, Harvey Lee Oswald, and this is Neil Burger from the Divergent trilogy. This is quite easy one, a tiebreaker to score for everyone. This is the distracted boyfriend meme. Sorry. This is the wounded bird, is none other than Jatayu and Lepakshi. Okay, the theory, this is a conspiracy theory. I saw a team writing it. Brilliant answer. This is, the theory suggests Elizabeth was replaced by a boy from Beasley after she died during plague in her early childhood. So the queen we see is actually a boy, a man. The Dam United is none other than Brian Clough, Nottingham Forest. 2 consecutive European Cups, and the first club was Derby County, and the entity is none other than Air India, Salvador Dali, and he wanted a baby elephant. So this was my set. The scores and the result will be declared later in the group. Okay, I request everyone to stay a bit and switch on their cameras. I think there will be a, they will take a snapshot of the event. I request everyone to switch on their camera for a bit. Rusho বা পুষ্পল কে যে নিবি নিয়ে নে।
স্যার আমার একটা কোশ্চেন ছিল। হ্যালো,
হ্যাঁ
স্যার বলছি কোনো অ্যানসার পার্সিয়াল কারেক্ট হলে সেটা কি মার্কিং কিভাবে হবে স্যার?
পার্সিয়াল কারেক্ট হলে যদি 2 পার্ট থেকে থাকে তো +5, আর যদি 3 পার্ট কারেক্ট থাকে সেটার 4 আছে, 3 আছে, 3 আছে। তো যদি দুটো পার্ট 3 এর কারেক্ট হয় তাহলে 6, যদি একটা পার্ট 4 এর কারেক্ট হয়, একটা পার্ট 3 এর কারেক্ট হয় 7।
ওকে ওকে স্যার,
ঠিক আছে। ওকে, পুষ্পল হয়ে গেলে বলিস। হ্যালো,
হ্যাঁ তুমি বন্ধ করো, রেডি আছে।
ঠিক আছে।
হয়ে গেছে।
Okay, thank you for your support. Any kind of you are requested not to leave the group, that is the WhatsApp group. You will be sent a feedback form, I guess, and the results will be declared tonight itself with their scores. Okay, so you can leave the meeting for now. Thank you.
অঙ্কিত দা একটু থাকো।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, আমি কি বলে এই মিটিং আইডিটাতেই পরের স্লটটা করিয়ে দে, আবার মিটিং ক্রিয়েট করে।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, অসুবিধা নেই, তুমি একটু থাকো।